Boys and girls, welcome to Art Adventure. My name is Kristen Anderson, and I am a Hillcrest volunteer and parent of a third grader and a sixth grader. And I am happy to be sharing some special Art Adventure pieces with you today. We're going to share one piece right now, and hopefully you remember that our theme this year is called People in Their Environments. Maybe you remember the first piece that we did, which was a photograph by Bernice Abbott, New York at Night, and it was a lovely city image. Then our second piece was a piece, this piece right here called The Tahitian Landscape, which was a oil on canvas painting by Paul Gauguin. Now today we are going to look at a third piece of art, and I'm excited for you to remember those same things that we did before, and we're going to zoom in and really think about the piece. The best part of Art Adventure is that we get to use our critical thinking skills. So I'm going to go ahead and put the image on the screen, and then I'm going to ask some questions that I want you to ponder. And perhaps, teachers, that I will go back and read the questions again a second time, and you can pause after those questions, each question, and maybe have one or two kids share their thoughts. But let's look at the first picture, and you guys just think, well, just critically think for 2 minutes about some questions I'm going to ask you, and then I will have your teachers ask you for some responses. If we look at this first picture, what do you notice? Is this a photograph or a painting? What particular kind of art is this? How was it made? What is it made out of? Where is this piece of art from? Is it near us in Minnesota? Or could this be from a country far away? What makes you say that? What is it used for? Why did the artist make it? All right. So now that you've had some time to first think about those questions and critically think about it, I will ask the same questions, and this time you can pause the video between questions and ask your students to give you answers. So let's go back. What is this made out of? What makes you say that? Do you notice anything on the object? What is the shape of the object? What does it resemble to you? Where is this object from? Is it near us? Or what part of the country could it be from? Or what part of the world even? And last, why did the artist make this? What was the purpose of this particular object? And how big is it? Can I hold it in my hand? What are your ideas? All right, friends, this is actually called a ceremonial vessel, and it's from Thailand, Asia, and it was made a long, long time ago, 1000 BCE. Okay, so it's way over here in Thailand, which is it's south of China and east of India, and it's in Asia, so it's a long way away and from a long, long time ago. And they found it in a village. And what it is, it's a vessel. Some of you may have noticed the top part. If you look at this, like that top vessel part, that is the part. If we go back to the other page where you can see it a little better, sorry about that. That part, it makes you think that you could put something inside. That's what a vessel means. So this was like a ceremonial vessel. It's it was actually found. It's kind of a mystery, but it was found in a grave, and they thought that it might have a special purpose. And this actually, if you talked about the animal, is a water buffalo, and they are associated with people that were rich, and so they would find these ceremonial vessels buried in the grave, which meant that they were hoping to promote a great afterlife, like a rich afterlife where something special would happen. So this, if you look closely, you probably notice the tone. This was actually made out of clay. And what they would do, this was before they had kilns, is they would actually, it's called earthenware. And earthenware is fired at low temperatures in an open pit instead of a kiln, okay? And one of the first pottery types to ever be developed, earthenware was popular for everyday vessels because it could be used for cooking and storing food. Some pots had a double-tiered neck or opening to keep ants and other insects out of the container. And you also notice in these images this inscribing. This is where they would use tools. Now, not tools like we have, but maybe some wooden tools or some rock tools to carve. This is called inscribing, these little patterns. So in later today, you may get to try inscribing yourself. It's very beautiful, the swirls that they made and the delicate angles and sharp sides at the same time. Okay, so they also used cord making to do their incising, to cut patterns into the surface of clay with their sharp tools. So you will get to try that technique called incising, okay? So there's the wonderful rare water buffalo, okay? And it's difficult for them to determine exactly why this vessel was made into a water buffalo. But what we do know about the water buffalo, it was essential to Thailand to help with the rice and the crop production. And it helped humans plow the rice fields, okay, a long time ago. So it was a very special thing that helped promote the earth to grow and agriculture. And it also helped symbolize wealth and prosperity. Okay. It was kind of like a luxury item at this time. Okay. So as we look at the next picture, here are some more of those vessels that are similar with that water buffalo and then the vessel on top. So another earthenware piece for you guys. So maybe you're looking, how could you make this piece? Well, perhaps you could find your own clay. I can show you some clay that I use that I was able to find. Or maybe you just want to try practice drawing a 3D vessel. Or perhaps, since it's close to Earth Day, you want to try and make a vessel out of recycled parts. If you ask your parents first, or perhaps your teacher has some. These are always some of my favorite projects, is the ones that I create on our own, and we use our synthesizing brain ideas. So perhaps you're thinking of an animal that's special to you. For me, for the people of Thailand, this water buffalo was very special to them during their agriculture days. It would help them plow the fields. But for me, a special animal for me would be my dog. Maybe I would do a sculpture of my dog Dash, my new dog. Or maybe I would do special etchings to show his markings. And those I could practice the incising, those very special details. Okay, what colors would you use? What animal inspires you? Or maybe you want to think of another creative way to solve a problem like this artist did. Um, Thank you for learning with me today on the ceremonial piece. It was actually, we forgot to talk about this, it was 1 foot by it was like 13 by 15, so almost a foot by a foot is how big it was. And then it's about 8 inches tall. So very interesting to see how actual, like that it was actually big. Hopefully you guys can think about that. I am going to stop sharing and turn on my video for a second so I can say goodbye to you. So this was some clay that I found that if you had some, or maybe you have, your parents have some modeling clay, you could practice, or you could even make some Play-Doh at home and try building your own vessel. Or perhaps, like I said, using recycled paper or recycled water bottles to make a vessel of some sort and create it and turn it into a special animal. Or maybe you're just going to do a drawing. Here's my quick drawing of Dash. And then you can see that I started practicing inscribing and adding in texture. I hope that this proves fun. If you are going to do a clay project, you could actually inscribe with a toothpick to make the little inscribing details. I hope you enjoyed learning today about our special new ceremonial piece, and I will see you soon for another art adventure lesson. Thank you.